Uh, we are Group 6. We are going to present the sourcing textile for Lululemon. This presentation explores Lululemon's textile sourcing strategy, analyzing the company's position in the athletic apparel industry, and evaluate the potential supplier to optimize costs and qualities. So the company overview is Lululemon is a multinational premium brand, and it is headquartered in Vancouver. It offers the performance apparel, footwear, accessory for yoga, running, and training. Its manufacturing strategy is to outsource its production with 49 manufacturing partners and 67 fabric suppliers. In 2023, it earns 9.6 billion revenue, and it spent 4 billion on cost of goods sold, and it also have 1.3 billion inventory. So Lululemon is in the industry of apparel, accessory, and luxury goods in a broader consumer discretionary sectors. Its upstream industry is textile, and then it is downstream as industry is distributors, retail, and specialty stores. So the landscape of apparel, accessory, and luxury goods is the top players are actually the luxury goods company like LVMH, Christian Dior, and Nike. We believe that Nike is Lululemon's key competitor in these sectors. So the market dynamic is the North America dominates the sports apparel brands, while the European countries are leading with the luxury brands, and developing countries like China and India, they focus on jewelry production. So you can see that USA and Canada are the major country that Lululemon compete. And when we look at the North American industrial chain, is the sales were stable before COVID, but due to the COVID-19 and work from home impact, its revenue increased by 2.2 times. And then their pricing is pretty stable as their median gross margin remained at 44% across over the years. But the profitability has some challenge because the median net margin was only 1% in 2023 due to the intense competition and rising costs. So as Nike is Lululemon's key competitor, we compare them together to see what's the strategy priority for Lululemon. So first of all, Lululemon actually has a higher gross margin than Nike, is 11% higher as it is a premium brand. But in terms of the size, it's only 15% of the Nike, so it's relatively a small players. And inventory days, Lululemon has more inventory days than Nike. Actually, it's 40 days more. So you can see that Lululemon has serious inventory issue over there. And it also has the sales and general admin costs compared to Nike. In 2021 and 2, Lululemon actually spent 4% more than Nike in terms of the sales ratio. So our strategy for Lululemon is to tackle the high inventory levels and high S&GA cost to sales ratio. First of all, we need to pursue the revenue growth, and then we need to maintain the profit growth. And last but not least, quality excellence is the foundation of the business. So we need to work on these three strategy priorities. So, what we need to do depends on the value drivers analysis. So we focus on the gross margin. So the target one is revenue growth. Actually, Lululemon's premium pricing strategy, which is 20% more than average, hinder the sales growth. And from the value driver analysis, it shows 43% of the revenue growth is driven by the lower gross margin. So lower price could increase the sales volume and reduce the inventory and reduce the sales and GA cost to sales ratio. So Lululemon needs to reduce its price to gain more revenue growth. And the target two is the profit growth. Higher price contribute to a larger profit. So 25% correlation exists between gross margin and profit growth. So at the same time, Lululemon need to maintain the gross margin. So that's a reason why we need to achieve two conflict targets. So we basically based on that we decide our sourcing strategy. First of all, we need to evaluate the technological capability because the fabric is one of the key differentiator influencing consumers' decision, and it is measured by the research and development investment. And the second one is the production capability. Lululemon is a big source big amount of money. It sources $4 billion annually. And then the supply need to have the production capability, and then it could measure by the property, plant, and equipment access. And the third one is the profitability. Strong margin ensure the sustainable quality in our operation and could be measured by the gross margin and net margin. And the next one is bargaining power. If Lululemon has more bargaining power, and then we can reduce the price by the suppliers. It is measured by the bargaining power index. And the last one is the financial health. Stable financial health can lay the foundation for reliable long-term partnership. And then it is measured by the current ratio and debt to equity ratio. And then after that, my colleague will introduce the textile industry in the global.
The importance of supplier intelligence in Lululemon sourcing strategy. Supplier intelligence means gathering and analyzing supplier data to market better business decision. For Lululemon, this includes understanding supplier technology, production capacity, and market condition to secure quality textile at competitive price. We reviewed the top 5 textile producing countries by revenue. China leads with 52 billion due to its large supply chain but lacks advanced fabric technology. India at 29 billion focus on cotton, which Lululemon doesn't need. Japan makes high-tech textile but a premium price. Taiwan, earning 14 billion, offers advanced fabric at lower cost, making it ideal. South Korea with 6 billion is strong in design and reliable manufacturing. Next slide, please. The global textile industry is functionally stable with annual revenues between $125 and $140 billion, a steady 20% profit margin, and $5 billion in net income. Inventory turnover average 100 days, reflecting the industry production cycle. Market concentrates differs by country. China's market is competitive with its top 3 suppliers holding 45%. In India, Grasim industry leads with 48%. Japan Toray industry dominates with 72% of the market, while Taiwan Far Eastern New Century control 58%. South Korea's Hyosung hold 41%. These figures highlight the needs for suppliers that balance scale, quality, and cost efficiency. Based on supplier evaluation, based on supply evaluation, Taiwan stand out due to its advanced technology and competitive pricing. However, using multiple countries can reduce risk and improve flexibility. Lululemon spent 4 billion yearly on textile, giving its moderate bargaining power compared to top suppliers like Japan's Toray industry, 19 billion in revenue, and China Tongkun, 12 billion. Taiwan's Far Eastern New Century and Li Peng Enterprise offer better negotiation potential due to their smaller revenue bases and strong market presence. By working with these suppliers, Lululemon can balance cost, quality, and reliability. Thank you. I am handing over to Tilankar to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Anuradha. So I am going to talk about the supply benchmarking. So first one is technological capability. So this slide compares annual R&D investments of key suppliers. So Toray Industries leads with an impressive 510 million. So it's reflecting its strong focus on innovation. So Tongkun follows with 248 million. So these two suppliers stand out as innovation leaders. So in contrast, Far Eastern New Century and Hoyosang invest 36 million and 28 million respectively. So while Lee Peng Enterprise at 12 million, it lags significantly. So as a graph shows, R&D investments have grown consistently for Torre and Tongkun over the past 5 years. So next slide, please. So this slide I'm going to talk about bargaining power. So Lululemon spends 4 billion annually on material. While substantial, this is relatively small compared to the revenues of larger suppliers like Tongkun and Torre and Far Eastern New Century, which limits Lululemon's bargaining power. So the bargaining power index BPI illustrates this dynamic. So Tongkun and Far Eastern New Century score fair, while Torre's high market share gives its poor rating in terms of Lululemon's leverage. In contrast, Lee Peng Enterprise scores excellent, offering more favorable negotiation conditions with lower production capacity. Next slide, please. Uh, this slide, I'm going to talk about production capabilities. So production capabilities are another critical factor. So property, plant and equipment assets provide a measure of each supplier's capacity to meet demand. So Torre Industries, Tongkun and Far Eastern New Century stands out with property, plant and equipment assets exceeding 6 billion, earning them excellent scores. So Li Peng with just 166 million in PPE struggles to scale production, while Hoyosang scores fair at 788 million. So this slide emphasizes the need to prioritize suppliers with the production capabilities to ensure supply chain and scalability. Next slide, please. So this slide I'm going to talk about profitability. Profitability is a key assessing financial health and long-term stability. So Torre and Far Eastern New Century lead again with a net margin of 3.3 and 6% respectively. So earning excellent scores. So these margins indicate strong financial efficiency and market competitiveness. So Tongkung achieves a modest 1% net margin, while Li Peng operates at loss with minus 1.5 margin. So Hoyosang breaks even at 0%, underscoring the need for cost control or pricing improvements. So this data underscores the financial sustainability of suppliers and their ability to reinvest in growth and innovation. Next slide, please. So in the financial health, we assess financial health using current and debt to equity ratios. So Torre demonstrates exceptional financial stability with a current ratio of 1.73 and debt to equity ratio of 0.95, earning an excellent score. So Far Eastern New Century and Li Peng are also financially strong with good scores. Tongkun, however, shows a poor current ratio of 0.56 and high debt to equity ratio of 1.86. That's all of my part, and over to you, Chen.
Thank you, Dilanka. So based on the analysis that our group provides, so we decide to go through a robust supplier selection process. It includes considering the quality, cost, and risk, but these three dimensions cannot be achieved simultaneously. So we have scenario 1 and scenario 2 based on whether we can outsource the R&D. So scenario 1 is if we outsource the R&D to the supplier, and then it means in our matrix, according to the AHP score, we will need to choose Torre Industry because it has basically everything excellent except for we have a poor bargaining power towards them, and then they will charge us a high price. And then the second scenario, if we bring the research and development in-house, and then we only source the cheap price, so we can select Li Peng as we have most bargaining power over them. So our group suggestion is actually bring the development in-house, and then select Lipan as the low-cost supplier, and then we can reduce the price while keeping the profitability, and then we can drive the revenue growth and reduce inventory and improve the SG&A cost to sales ratio. That's our suggestion. Thank you very much.